Welcome back, folks. Good morning to you all. Great morning for me. I've got my coffee. That's with a W. So I'll just finish up the last bit of setup stuff here and we'll be rocking and rolling. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday so far. I wasn't sure how I woke up today. It was like one of those weird, wake up and you're not sure, do I sleep more? Do I get up now? I don't know, I was kind of on the fence, so we'll see how this goes today. It was funny because I decided to just go ahead and get up. I was like, oh, I'll have extra time, I'll get up. I'll enjoy some breakfast. I'll enjoy a couple cups of coffee. I'll take my time getting, stream set up. And then I got shiny rocked, and then I find myself logging in 5 minutes late. The shiny rocks are in real life too, by the way, not just video games. There's a big black bug in the bottom of the water bucket. Wow, that's quite a delay today. Oh well. It's not so bad. I'm gonna kill the stream and start over, so we'll work with it. Hey Wanda, good morning. Afternoon. It is actually afternoon for me. Even though I haven't been awake very long. Alright. I'll give this just a couple more minutes here. Oh, something that I'd better do before I forget. Plug in the old laptop. Hey Arya, good to see you again. Welcome, welcome. Actually, Wanda, I think you were the first one in today. You might have to say hi, everyone, again. Hey, Cora, welcome back. Keely, what's up, what's up? Alright, guys, don't forget your bingo cards. Link is in the description below. And if you're having trouble seeing that, if you're watching the live chat, you might have to, X out of the little chat window so that you can see the More tab or something, where it'll show you, description and all that fun stuff. Alright. Steven81, what's up? Awesome, yep, good to see you again. So I stayed up late last night playing Cyberpunk, that Phantom Liberty. I'm enjoying it. It was an expensive DLC, but now I'm starting to get why. A-list voice acting. A lot of world spaces in there. So yeah, I can tell a lot of time went into that. I still don't think it's worth $30. Ouch. But on sale, it's probably a reasonable buy. It's a reasonable buy. It's a reasonable buy. My words are already breaking. Hey, Dee Dee, what's up? How's Comic-Con treating you? People said hi back, by the way, yesterday, and I forgot to message you that. Marigold, welcome, welcome. Alright, guys, I'm pushing about the 4-minute mark here. I think it's safe. Oh, it's raining. Ugh. Oh, you got another minute or two. So, guys, I love the jumpsuit. You know me and my jumpsuit. And for those of you that are like, wait, am I missing a super suit? No, it's the climbing gear. I just call it the jumpsuit because I use it for, jumping around in my climbs. But, yeah, that's how I navigate these pesky mazes. I don't like running through the long way. It's not okay. Now today I'm only going to be doing the Akkala maze because there's a lot to it. There's a basement down there, there's guardians to go around and kill. Lots and lots of hidden treasure chests. Lots of loose weapons throughout that maze. Actually all the mazes have lots of loose stuff. See, I'm going to take my time with it today. I'm going to be thorough. One of the complaints I got on the older playthrough was, what about the rest of the Labyrinth? And I'm like, oh yeah, I never really did go back there and do the looting. So, yeah, we're going to do it right this time. I'm going to show you the Barbarian armor, absolutely. But then we're going to take a moment. We're going to go around and get all the other fun hidden stuffs. So, folks, before I get into it, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, I always appreciate that. Ding! I've been working on my sound effects. Funny, I'm playing this Cyberpunk game, and I just had an idea come to mind. So if this ever gets marketed, I thought of it first. An implant, like a tooth implant, like if you have implants anyway, but make one of them where you can push a button and it lights up. Huh? Then I could be like, ting! Awesome to hear that, Dee Dee. Yep, memories of a lifetime. That's good stuff. Comic-Con adjacent. I like that. Alright, guys. I will go ahead and get going here. Why not? It's still raining, I know, but there's some stuff that I want to do before I actually get over there, and there's reasons for that. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into this. Toodles! Wait, where's my button? Ah! Let me try that one more time. Toodles! Sidon Envy much. I'm assuming you're talking about Prince Sidon. Yeah, I know. That little cutscene comes to mind a lot when I'm thinking about, like, doing the little thumbs up thing. Probably where I got the idea. So, Dee Dee, I don't know exactly what that is. It's something new that YouTube's been doing. I think, because I went onto a friend of mine's chat just to kind of play with that a little bit and see what was up. And I think it means like the order of how many messages each person has typed in. So right now, actually I don't know. No, that doesn't make sense now. I thought it had to do with, like, the person that had been typing the most messages in the past X number of seconds would be number one, and then so on and so forth. You know, the second highest person that typed within those last same number of seconds would be number two, etc. I don't know. Again, it's something YouTube is doing. I didn't turn that on. I don't even know how to shut that off. It just kind of started happening one day. I was like, huh, what is that? Alright, guys, I will go ahead and get going here. Let's do this little dance. Oh, and if you hear a suspicious wrapper crinkling sound in the background, that might kind of sort of sound like this. Those are absolutely peanut butter M&Ms, and I am absolutely eating those while I'm streaming today. Nom, 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 nom. But in my defense, I've already eaten my whole grains, so now it's time for dessert. That could be, Keely. I'm really not sure on it. I meant to Google that and research that more one day, and I just hadn't thought about it. Yeah, I think that's more what it is, Cora, I think. But, I don't know, I'm going back through and counting the chats, and now it doesn't make sense again, so... I don't really know. Alright, one more bookmark. Pow! Still raining. Alright, so what I want to do... Get my condominium open, make sure I'm searching treasure chests. The Gold Condominium, and yes I am. So there's actually a chest down here that I think triggers when you're in the maze. And I don't like that. Homie, don't play that. So I'm going to go get that treasure chest now and get it out of the way. Specifically so I can do my treasure chest looting over there and not have to worry about anything on the outside, you know, triggering that. And just to kind of show you on the map where I'm at, what I'm doing, I'm way up here, very northeast corner of the map. We're going after this maze right about here. And again, I'm right down here along the beach. Stepping on the beach, doo-doo-doo-doo. And we're going to get whatever chests, you know, right in this immediate area at least. Get those out of the way and free up our looting. Not only that, there's other fun goodies down here. Luminous stones. Karak seeds. Yeah, ha 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 ha. I missed beetles. Oh well. So yeah, it's pretty much it for like this side. More luminous stones though, so yeah, it's a good like quick warp point. You can warp back to the Akkala Tech Lab, and just periodically, you know, if you're in need of luminous stones, and these will respawn in time. Pretty quickly too, after a few days or so. And I'm not sure what's beeping right now, if that's out in the water or if that's actually out in the maze. I'll rune around a little bit to make sure it's not in the water. Matter of fact, I might pull up a dungeon map just to make sure I'm not missing any chests in the maze there, which I don't think I will because I've got the beeper beeping. But, yeah, maybe I'll hold off on the dungeon map. I'm not seeing anything out here. I know TOTK's got a couple out here in the water. But I could have sworn there was a chest or two out here in BotW. Somewhere. Maybe it's way out there, and that would not trigger from within the maze, I wouldn't think. There's a spider guardian running around out here too somewhere. BT dubs. Safety first. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get my luminous stones. Why? Because they're glowing. And like a moth to a flame, here I am, getting my wings burned off. It was funny, I just saw an ad for like a new next generation bug zapper. It's like a laser weapon. It tracks and then shoots like photon laser in... It shoots right through the insect. It was absolutely crazy to watch the video. Like, wow. We have really come a long way with laser warfare when it comes to insects. Okay, I'm not getting a beeping going out this direction, so there's probably nothing but a croc seed out here. But again, I feel like I need to double check. Just because it has been a while. And wow, guys, I was really messing up yesterday. I was not with it. I was forgetting a lot. I kept, like, bypassing stuff. I feel more awake and alert today, so hopefully we won't have these issues. But yeah, definitely apologies for the wasted time there running around in circles and trying to figure out what I was doing half the time. And I think I made somebody upset when I used a balloon. I don't know, I kind of went back and reread that chat a little bit. I was like, oh, wow, I'm sorry. But I love my balloons. I mean, the alternative is stasis. I don't want to do stasis. Nobody wants to do stasis. Now, if it didn't damage your weapons, I'd be all about it. I know, Dee Dee, that's what I said to myself. When I saw this happening, I was like, why do they have to change technology? Why can't they just leave it alone? You know, it takes us old folk like 6 months to learn how to use something, and then they go and change it on us. It's like, wait, what's this? This wasn't there before. Then you, like, gotta relearn it. Alright, guys, no treasure chest down there, so I was definitely mistaken on that. So now, flying into this thing, you're gonna get a headwind. It looks like it's super close on the map, you know, no big deal. But you're going to want some stamina packed. And keep in mind, I've got all 3 of my stamina wheels unlocked. And you're going to watch the circle just completely melt. Now, if we had the tool and sneeze, that might be a different story. But, yeah. So, as you can see, it's just like slowly getting over there. And we thought we had plenty of altitude. No, not so much. We're dropping fast. Now, at some point, the headwind kind of goes away. And you should be able to touch down right here on the platform. With just a little bit of altitude to spare, as a matter of fact. There's going to be a spider guardian out here, so be aware of him. And as soon as you touch down, that'll kick off this little cutscene. Trial of the Labyrinth. Okay, so there's our Spider Guardian. Now, just to show you a quick map overview of what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this first. I'm going right here, guys. Right in this little nook. This little cranny. This little nook and cranny. This niche. This chink. Whatever. We're going over here to this hole in the wall. That's the way in, guys. That's our Barbarian armor. That's the secret underground fortress. And I want to do the underground part first, get all the chests down there, and then we'll pop back up topside, and then I'll go around and do some proper looting here on the outside. And, yeah, Rivali's Gale's going to be very helpful here, especially if it's raining on you. But one thing that'll be even more helpful is getting into the center column. A, it keeps you safe from, you know, Guardian trouble. But, B, you have a little bit of a head start on your climb from this ledge right here, going up through the middle of this thing. Not only that, we've got 2 treasure chests on the top side here. One right here, and one right where I'm standing. So yeah, in the middle of both of these, you got some goodies. Now, it's still raining in my game, which is not ideal. But if you have the climbing gear, you know, that'll help. And if you've got that climbing gear upgraded to set bonus, that'll really help. Away we go. Come on, Link. Wow, he actually made that. And it stopped raining just in time. Alright, so again, I'm just going to kind of beeline it. Well, since it's not raining, I'll just go ahead and take advantage of that fact and get this other chest. Since it's already been mentioned. Ouch. That was new. What was that about? Did I anger the Zelda gods already? Am I gonna get nothing but long throw all day? Wow, that really hurt. What am I doing eating hearts this early in a playthrough? I'm not even in hunt mode right now. Like, what is happening? I'm gonna come back through and kill all these guardians, but for right now I just want to get the underground done. So again, right where my pin is, you're gonna see a hole in the wall. That's our way in. 2 lit torches guides the way. And you're gonna need some kind of a flame, you know, something or other here. Bomb arrows, I do believe, work. Let's try that, as a matter of fact. Yeah, that'll start a little fire there. That'll burn all the vines out of the way. If you don't have bomb arrows, you can use flame arrows. If you don't have flame arrows, you can put a campfire down with some flint, make yourself a campfire, light a regular arrow, and shoot the vines out of your way that way. Of course, it can't be raining for that last part. Or you can do it under cover where, you know, the rain doesn't affect your campfire. But anyway, yeah, we're looking for this little secret hallway, a little secret passageway. This is feeling very James Bond. And we come to a great flame blade. Nice loose weapon there if you so desire. kind of funny they give you the flame weapon after you needed the flame weapon to access the flame weapon by getting the vines out of your way. It feels like it's going backwards. Okay, we got a bat in our belfry. I thought there were 3 bats. Apparently there's only 2. Yeah, or yeah, those 2 spider guardians. In fact, I might go back through and kill those. I don't know. We'll see how I do on core drops and stuff, but... and time, you know. I don't know if that's really part of the Labyrinth per se, but... Okay, so this is just basically a way back down. I wanted to show that real quick. Now we're kind of back at the beginning, so to speak. This is where we burned the vines and we came up. So you can either walk around the hallway like I just did, or you can shortcut it and climb up to the end of the hallway, which is where I just popped out of. I don't think I showed that in my last video series. But either way, you will wind up right here at the Tukalu Shrine. Kalua, I think is how that's pronounced. Exactly, Marigold. Yet, stasis does kill that weapon, which is really why I try to avoid using it. There's a couple situations where you need to, but that's what burner weapons are for. There it is, bye-bye! Barbarian Helm, booyah! So folks, I genuinely hope that helps you all out. If you wouldn't mind, take a moment, like, share, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate that. Until the next time, happy hunting. Alright, but we're not done streaming yet. I might, you know, clip it, some of the shorter stuff out, we'll see. But either way, I need to have the recording prepared for that. I know, Keely. I saw the thing. I was like, oh, I gotta get me one of those, because I hate mosquitoes. I love sitting outdoors, and I love the outdoors, but I hate mosquitoes. So if this thing would, like, keep my body mosquito-free, like, that's a no-brainer. I'd buy that in a heartbeat. Haha, Dee Dee. Okay, us middle-aged folk. How's that? There we go. Alright, so here it is, guys. Little secret compartment. I'll never forget discovering this for the first time. I was in complete awe. I was just like, oh, I gotta share this with the world. Yeah, really awesome finding this. So what I like to do is just kind of get back here a little ways. And guys, Blood Moon does affect this area, so be aware if you know you got a Blood Moon coming tonight, which I've had it happen. You start going around killing these Guardians, Blood Moon happens, they all come back to life. Not a great time. Second safety tip. That chest right there, do not touch. No touchy. That is poison. At least until we get all the Guardians dead. So yeah, you can see everything lighten up in yellow here. That's an enemy Guardian that will wake up, you know, as soon as you approach it. So yeah, I like to just kind of go around the room, get all those things dead first. And to do that, I will favor my ancient armor, absolutely. And I just realized I don't think I have any ancient weapons. That is an epic fail. I might want to step out and go do like a major test of... yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do a quick major test of strength. Or 2. Just so I don't chew through all my other weapons doing this. And luckily, I've had a Blood Moon. Hey, AJ, it's all good. Hello, hello. The peanut butter M&Ms are delicious, by the way. I like the cookie. Arm up, suit up, eat up. Words to live by. Actually, that's really just for stun. So yeah, burner bow is just fine for this. Unless you want to, you know, put the extra damage out, that's fine too. Yep, got Ancient Prof. Got the hearts. Just need the attack power. And so now I'm going to be like going right back into combat. Got a good long-lasting one going here. And the secret to my success is make sure you find that hind leg. He's only got one rear leg, but as long as you're behind that back leg, you're golden. He will not tag you with that axe swing at all. You gotta really be behind it there. Like where I'm standing right here. See, I'm completely immune to that battle axe attack. But if you're not perfectly centered behind that back leg, he can absolutely tag you with that. And ouch. It hurts a little. And you will not be alright. You'll have a bruised ego. Hey, hey, Ancient Korra, look at us go. Right off the bat. Oh wait, I don't have to actually leave here. I'm just wasting my meal for no reason. I have another one unlocked. Way over hither. I need to get up into Hebra. There's like 2 or 3 major tests of strengths up in Hebra. Not to mention right here in Akkala, there's the, I don't know, it's the courage or wisdom, one of those goddess fountain things. Yeah, Wanda, I've tried those PB&J M&Ms. It was pretty good. I can't say it was my favorite M&M ever, but it was definitely worth a try. So getting back to mosquitoes. I'm in Florida with the kids, you know, a little family vacay, enjoying some beach time, because I love the beach and that is my home. So I have a weird artery in my wrist. You know, oh, nuts, I didn't mean to do that. Normally, you know, they go to check your pulse, and they turn your wrist over, and, you know, they touch the top of your wrist, like, next to the palm of your hand. And that's where your pulse is supposed to be. Well, I'm a mutant, and I do not have an artery there. It's actually on the side of my wrist. So, like, playing volleyball really hurts it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, you can see that pulsate with my heartbeat, like, from a distance. Like, people have commented on that over the years. They're like, why is your wrist pulsating? I'm like, yeah, I know, it's a deformity, whatever. But anyway, so, you know, there we are, just hanging out in Florida, watching the mosquitoes fly all over the place, and we're watching the fireworks, and we're having a good old time chatting. I look down at that vein. There's a big, fat, honking mosquito plugged right into that artery, drinking from it. I'm like, what the heck? How is he not exploding right now? Like, I can see my artery pulsating right into him, and he's just drinking. I'm like, no, this is not okay. So, of course, I killed him. And I was worried that I had given myself an IV of some kind of deadly disease or something. So that was a hindsight thought. But anyway, yeah, I just had to share that. I don't know why. But now that it's out in the world, it's too late. Why am I carrying a long throw? There is no excuse for that. Oh, look at that, guys. Hot dog. I will take it. And long throw? Long throw. 2 battle axes, 2 long throws. Wow, those bingo cards are lighting up today, huh? So Marigold, if you're still getting tagged, try backing up just a little bit, because that battle axe, that attack has a pretty good reach to it. So, you know, maybe distance yourself just a little bit from it, and that might give you a better window there to not get tagged by that. Hey, HBK, welcome back. Good to see you again. Yeah, it's so much fun, isn't it? I can definitely play this one on repeat. AJ, I love lore stories. Maybe my next channel should be Story Time with Lore. And I have many. I'm not proud of them all, but I have many. Alright, nice soft landing here. So I'll go ahead and get to work. And as long as you're not sprinting around, you should be able to just kind of piecemeal these guys. That ancient proficiency should really help with the durability on the weapons as well. Not only that, your attack power meal running. That'll really help prolong the weapons. Okay, these should wake up as soon as I get close. Oh, that one's climbing a little. M&Ms. And I know I have a battle axe about to bust. There it goes. And there he goes. Shiny rocks. So many monster parts fall from these guys. I actually really like that. Oh, and you can get free monster parts too. I'm not going to do it because, you know, it's time consuming here in a live stream. But yeah, I'll show you one just to demo, but there's definitely free monster parts down here for the taking in addition to the monster parts you're getting from all the killing. Now, if you don't want to do all the killing, you don't really have to. And honestly, that chest probably isn't worth it anyway. It's just a circlet for, you know, Guardian up or whatever, but it breaks all set bonuses. So, you know, if you've got your ancient proficiency already, you really don't need that circlet. What I normally do, as a matter of fact, is I sell that circlet for rupees, because, you know, it sells pretty good. But yeah, beyond that, you know, you don't even have to do all this killing, all this combat. If you really want, you can just plop down here, get that chest down here for the EX for you DLC users. Now, this is DLC only, so if you don't have that, you will not see this chest. But it's a good chest nonetheless. Booyah. Travel Medallion, loving it. I really got spoiled in TOTK when we had many of those, I think 3. And then you get back here to BOTW, you only get 1. It's like, ouch. So anyway, the other option is you can just jump down here, get that chest first, and then go get the circlet chest, and then when all the Guardians wake up and start scaring you half to death, then you can just warp out of here. So that's always another option. That way, if you want to clear the chest, you can do it that way without having to worry about the combat. But honestly, I want the monster part, so I'm going to go ahead and finish my killing. I'll probably hit up the Ancient Tech Lab for that shield that I keep talking about. I do want to play with that some more. Wow, I way overestimated how long I would have needed on that attack power meal. Pow! Smack! Tickle, tickle! Is that it? Oh, one more. I don't know why I felt like I had a single swat the last 4 swings there, or 3 maybe. Oh, there's another core, guys. I'm already having better drops today than I was yesterday. I had a real bad drop rate yesterday. In fact, I think that's the worst I've ever seen it. Normally when I'm going after Flying Guardians, I get at least a couple. I didn't get not a 1 yesterday. I got 1 giant ancient core, and that was it. So yeah, anyway, just all the decayed Guardians here. You got your free monster parts as per the usual. But I'm going to go ahead and forego that, get the circlet that I'll never use. But I will sell. Yep. Boom, baby. Okay, so there's the only 2 chests in the underground. So let's get back up topside since I still got this meal running. I'll take care of that Spider Guardian. And then we'll go after some Flying Guardians. That'll be fun. Oh yeah, you like the shock trap, AJ? Yeah, that's fun. I like watching the Guardian just sit there going... It's definitely comical. Alright, where are you at, Poppy? Right in the face. This is going to be a problem. He's up against a wall. I'm not going to be able to hit those legs. Well, maybe. can't quite push himself away. I guess 2 legs isn't enough for him to get going. I lied. Where you going, dude? Get back here. And he's moving fast, too, for only having 2 legs. I don't think the physics is working out on that. There we go. I'm a stickler for the rules. Okay, not really. It's more like OCD prevented me from killing him any other way. Shiny rocks. The sparklies, the sparklies. Alright, now for the Flying Guardians, it really doesn't matter what you're wearing because I'm going to use Ancient Arrows. And if you don't have any on your person, feel free to buy them from the Ancient Tech Lab. And if you don't have the store unlocked over here at the Tech Lab, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description below for, you know, the Akkala little walkthrough there where you can do the blue flame and get yourself that store. And the bad thing about buying the Ancient Arrows, not only do they cost rupees, but they're also going to cost you monster parts. So I wouldn't buy a ton of them, but I probably would buy at least a stack of 5, and that'll get you through the Flying Guardians here in the maze at least. Okay, a little bit of a challenge here, but I like to go around and get all these dead first. First and foremost. Thunder couldn't hear you. Yeah, you think? I'd love to see the horse try to get in the maze here. There we go. Now that I have his undivided attention. Smack! Of course, you could always Rivali's Gale him. And, ouch. What just happened there? Oh, I fell. Tee-hee-hee. Yeah, you can always Rivali's Gale him, get above him, and get him dead that way. And sometimes these parts don't always cooperate. They fall, like, into different little nooks. Alright. Come to Papa. I have you in my sights. I probably didn't need a whistle that time, but it's whatever. Ah, did I get him? Ah, nuts. I was hoping to avoid a climb there, but that's okay. We got Rivali's for a reason. I hate having only one anyway. Oh, another fun fact. Go to the roof. The roof is on fire because there's a chest up there. And of course it's raining again. Come on, baby. That's the one thing, one bad thing I should say about the Akkala maze. The rain. Wait a minute, I thought there was a chest up here. There's no chest up here. Maybe I've got the wrong maze. One of these okay, it's the snowfield one. Yeah, disregard. I am not in the right place. Wow, he actually fell down in the wedge there. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Wow, I got a core and a giant core. What? Awesome. Alright, one more. Actually, I'm going to catch up on just a little bit of chat here. I feel like I'm losing track. So, oh, blood type is the one. Okay, that's interesting. I did not know they could actually smell the blood type. I thought it was carbon dioxide they smelled. But maybe they can smell the blood type through that. I mean, it makes sense, because they go after some people more than others, so there's got to be something to that. That's pretty awesome. The mosquitoes are breaking into your HIPAA info. Yeah, HBK, I'm with you on that. I love the labyrinths. Just a lot of fun. I don't like going through them on foot. Like, I have to climb them. But they're definitely a good time. I like all the little goodies. Like, all the open stuff. It's just, yeah. They did a good job on them. Purple Rain, hey, welcome back. No, I started on time today. Sometimes the notifications go out late, though. Do Guardians take fall damage? You know, Keely, I don't know. I don't know. Like, do they? That's an interesting thought. Yeah, it's funny, HBK, that you mentioned that. I bounce back and forth between my M&Ms. Like, I'll go on a peanut butter kick for a while, then I'll kind of burn out and I'll have to go back to the peanut. Like, it's a back and forth type of party. Yeah, I'm about 10 minutes late today, Purple Rain. I was having... you can't rush nature, as they say. So yeah. A little late start today. Alright, let's do this thing. And it's raining, of course, so it's gonna complicate my treasure hunting efforts. Right about here, I think he turns. Wakey, wakey! Eggs and bakey! Pow! Right in the eye. Whoops, I wasn't counting my steps very good there. Come on, Link. There you go. Looks like they're all in one spot, I guess? One thing that makes these mazes really tough to navigate is the view you see from the air isn't the same view you get down here. So, like, it might look like there's a solid wall, but there might be a way to walk through that solid wall via one of these little openings. So yeah, it's just, the mazes can be real challenging to, you know, figure out for that reason alone, if you're going to do the whole thing on foot. And the rain is definitely going to be a problem. If I had Ascend right now, this would be absolutely perfect. And I don't have my Rivali's fired up yet, so you can climb these in the rain, but it's very tough. I mean, you got to be Johnny on the spot when it comes to that, you know, the counting the 6 steps deal. You've got to be on the spot. Like, every time you hit that 6 steps, you got to do the jump slide. If you keep missing them, you're going to go nowhere fast. And I thought there was a chest back here in this corner somewhere. There's something back here in this corner somewhere. Maybe not. I'm not getting a beeping going that direction, which is kind of throwing me off. Huh. Okay, yeah, I stand corrected. But I am getting a beeping coming from this direction. Tough to tell from where, and if it wasn't raining I would just climb it and show you guys how I usually search these things via my Sheikah slate. But if this rain isn't gonna let up, I just might open that dungeon map just to speed things up a little bit. So I don't have to track him down via Sheikah slate. Oop! Wrong turn. Right turn, Clyde. Just making sure I'm not missing any loose stuff back in these little nooks. For example, Royal Harbrid. Now these are leveling, I think. Because I remember coming to these labyrinths at different times and finding different weapon types. The exception is Gerudo. Gerudo, it's always just going to be the golden weapons, or the Gerudo weapons, whatever. But here in this one in particular, I do believe these level. Because I remember finding knights, you know, in the past. So yeah, just keep that in mind. This might not be exactly what I'm looking at here in my game. And wow, that's got a leveler on it. So that's definitely a leveling weapon system weapon there. Wowzers. That is quite the attack power up weapon. Like, hot dog. Doesn't get much better than that in the world of spears. Maybe a savage bow with a crazy, you know, attack up on it, but... Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and mark that. Booyah. Ah, still raining. Ouch. Yeah, this is really what I wanted to avoid was... Okay, but since I'm kind of doing this anyway, this back end here, excuse me, this back end here, I believe there's something along this back stretch. So I'm going to get myself going that way. If I can figure out how to do that. Yep, I got it. Wow, it's been a while since I've ran this on foot. Like a good while. I don't know why I thought there was fun stuff back here. Again, might just be my memory being off. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Wrong buttons. That's a cool action shot. Looks like he's about ready to chomp Link's head off. Ouch! Well, that just happened. I thought because I was around the corner of the wall there, I would have been safe. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, okay, I just wasn't enough around the corner of the wall. Well, I just blew myself with a bomb, so there y'all go. I need to get out of this area. I want to stick to the back wall because I know there's more stuff back here. Heave! And I got a chest in here somewhere, but... I guess it was just that one loose weapon on the back end. Ah, another loose weapon. Okay, royal bow, baby. Let's see what we got. Attack up. Man, I am really getting them today. I think my switch just broke. Wow, this rain is like never gonna end. So I guess I will show you guys my little Rivali's / climb in the rain trick to speed things up here. That Rivali's really makes all the difference. Alright, so anyway, the way I search the chest, if I'm going to do it, you know, via climbing and topside, I just kind of try to find a direction where I'm getting beeping and just keep going that way, and then at some point it's going to stop. And if it stops, turn around and go back the other way. If it beeps again, you know you're pretty much standing right above it. But it's not always real clear exactly what side of the wall it's gonna be on. But, well, it acts like it's, like, literally right under my person right now, so my best guess is gonna be probably this way. Yeah, and I got a movable boulder there. Perfect. Or it's not a boulder, but a movable object. And that's where my treasure chest is gonna be. So that's one way to do it. You know, if you don't like looking at maps and trying to figure out what you're doing, you can just basically use the Sheikah slate. Oh, that's a good chest, too. Wowzers. And you can search them that way. So let's go ahead and get back up topside. And hopefully it'll stop raining by the time my Rivali's, you know, runs out. Okay, I got one over here. Somewhere. I might be standing right on it at this point. It's a toss-up. I'm gonna try left Twix. We'll see what happens. Ah, okay, I got lucky. And an ancient core to boot. Wow, I'm really... The stamps! Why? Fine. The stamps. The accursed stamps. Alright, while I'm deleting these, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break, go water the horses. I'll catch up on chat when I come back from all that fun stuff, and then I'll get some more stamps back when we return. let's see what we got cooking here. Hopefully nothing's burning. James Weston, hey, what's up? Good to see you again. So yeah, I guess there's something to the cancer thing where mosquitoes won't bite you. That's interesting. Purple Rain, you're asking about that blue Hinox. So yeah, that's probably random. Depending on where your KO credit is, there can be different drops, you know, that come with that, different bonuses and stuff. But yeah, check back after Blood Moon, and you can always drop a save before, you know, tangling with him. And if you don't like the drop, you can reload save, try again. Leave world space though. You know, you might have to go a little bit of ways away from him to do that. But, yeah, you might find something different in there. No, you're not the only one, Keely. They like me too. Which is why, you know, I need the mosquito zapper. In fact, I might buy 3 extra ones and take them to my 3 favorite coffee shops and give them to them for free and say, please install these so I can sit outside and enjoy my coffee. Because, believe it or not, I like to go out for evening coffees, like 6, 7 p.m., right around, you know, sundown, when it starts cooling off a little bit. You get that nice temperature, you know, it's nice to sit outside, watch the sunset. That's when the mosquitoes come out. Miserable. Alright, Cora, well, if I didn't miss you, I hope you have an awesome day. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, Keely, the bat. Good stuff. Huh. Bananas. Huh. I'd never heard of that, but yeah, I'm gonna look into that a little bit, because if I can eat a banana and be mosquito free, and I wouldn't have to declare laser warfare on the mosquito population, huh? Yeah, good one, Dee Dee. I'll have a LUR mosquito suit. Ah, Keely got a bingo! Awesome stuff. The Stamprant did it. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Congrats, Keely. First bingo. Booyah. Good stuff. The Stamprant. Yeah, the good old stamp. Yeah, I'm still staring at stamps right now, ironically. They invade my nightmares. Alright, Dee Dee, good to know, good to know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that banana thing. I might have to start showing up at my coffee shops with bananas. They're probably gonna look at me funny. Like, why do you always have a banana here? Funny you should ask. And then if they don't believe me, I'll just pull up this chat window. I like the cookie. Awesome stuff. So, Keely, it's funny. All 5 of those words that you got for your bingo, I can envision this all happening in one encounter with a guardian in my mind. Well, not a guardian, because, I wouldn't get a long throw weapon drop from that. Maybe a Hinox or a Lionel or something. Yeah. So, HBK, I think most of the folks here have played TOTK. Most. Well, you're in luck, HBK, because I plan on redoing TOTK. I'm going to modernize that one. Do it with better video quality. Do it maybe just a little bit differently. The same overall. I think I got that right, but just a couple of things I wish I'd have done a little sooner. Some mistakes, that I made not knowing better. Yeah, things like that. But yeah, I definitely want to modernize it for nothing other than, the quality. Oh, no way, Marigold. That is crazy. So I had a similar experience. I was watching some random TV show. I don't even remember what it was. Game of Thrones or something. And the music sounded familiar, and it was really bugging me. Like it was aching at the back of my brains. It finally hit me like a ton of bricks. It was the Skyrim music. And I was like, no freaking way. So I turned Skyrim on, and sure enough, it was exact soundtrack music. I was like, wow. And I don't think it was Game of Thrones. It was some other TV show. Yeah, it might have been a documentary or something. I can't remember, but yeah, it just blew me away. Ah, nuts. Is Kaboom here? Where's Kaboom at? Did I miss Kaboom? Kaboom, if I missed you, apologies. I don't see your name. Alright guys, break is over. I'll get back into this labyrinth here. So, Purple Rain, that's a good question. Thanks for asking. It's not night and day difference. I think if you, got the stopwatch out and you timed all the seconds that ticked by as you were loading, it's probably a couple of seconds quicker here and there. Maybe up to like 5 to 7, somewhere in that neighborhood is what I'm guessing. It's not a night and day difference. Like, for example, when I was playing my old Xbox, first gen Xbox, versus the new Series S or whatever, night and day difference. Like a good 30-second long load screen on the old Xbox now only takes about 3-4 seconds. So that's really noticeable. Here on the Switch 2, I'm not getting that here in Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Again, maybe a little bit better, but not night and day like that. But there are other games where I am noticing the night and day difference, like Hogwarts. Hogwarts was unplayable on the Switch. I mean, it was playable, but after having played it on the Xbox where it doesn't have to think, and then you go down to the Switch and it really has to take a long time to think, it's like, okay, I'll just play it on the Xbox. So it was playable, just a lot of thinking there. But playing Hogwarts now on the Switch 2, smooth as butter. It performs just like the Xbox. So I guess to answer your question, it depends on what game you're talking about. Some games are better than others. Yeah, Dee Dee, that Castle Raid music. It's funny, I'll be in the gym or something, just doing my thing, doing my reps, and I'll be humming that music out. I'm like, I wonder if anybody can hear me. Yeah, amongst other musics, like just random video game musics will pop into my mind. And I'll hum them rhythmically. I kind of feel like a poster child now for like a fitness club. While you're leveling up your body, Or no, while you're leveling up your character, take a moment to level up your body at Gaming Incorporated Fitness Centers. Ting! Told you I've been working on it. Ah, Gloomhand's music. That's fun when you're trying to max bench press or something. That's a good time for the Gloomhand's music. Like, you need to hurry up and get the weight off you, so you can get to safety. New pants! There it is, AJ. There it is. Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get back into some gameplay here. So I'll get out of the way one more time. Hasta la vista, baby. So funny thing, DD, is I've been thinking about doing that for a long time, and I have big ideas. I have huge ideas. So yeah, I don't know, if I ever come into some, like, investment fundage, I don't know, you just might see a new gym open up. Definitely got some big ideas for a fitness center. Alright, let's track down my beeper beepin'. Beeper beepin'. The beepin' beeper. Ah, come on, Link! Butter boots! Getting warmer. Kind of feel like we're playing that game, you know? Hot, cold, getting warmer! Ah, you're so hot! You're smoking! You're on fire! Ah, you're losing it, getting colder. Oh yeah, I remember those days. Okay, it's anybody's get up. Probably this one. Ah, wise guy. There's actually 2 chests right here, wow. And of course I'm out of Rivali's now. Wonder if I can walk around this wall. Not very quickly. But it might be better than climbing. Oh, what do we got here? I don't know if I remember him being there. So with attack power meal running, that guy died in 4 swings. Without attack power meal running, it took 6 swings. So yeah, that 50% really does make the difference. Kind of funny there's a lit torch there. That usually means like you're onto something in these labyrinths. And I see loose stuffs over here. It's all soldiers garbage, so that is clearly not on a leveling system. Nobody wants a thunderstorm rod. Oh, I totally forgot to mark the bow. Yeah, shame on me. I don't know, I'm kind of split. You know, I could just go ahead and climb it here in the rain. It's going to take a while, but so is walking around the maze. Yeah, then again, I think I'm better off just walking around the maze. Let me get my bearings. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Did I take a wrong turn? I sure did. Jeepers. Right turn, Clyde. Okay, so let me start that over. From this chest, to get through the walls there, we need to go that way and get to the outer edge of the wall system. Come on, Link, stop trying to climb everything. Unreal. Yeah, Keely, that was another one that did it. Ocarina of Time, I loved that. The Rainbow Bridge and all that fun stuff over there. The only thing horrific about it, really, well, yeah, the music, but also those Gibdos, I think they were, or some kind of a zombie or something that would freeze you if you got too close. And those were in Hyrule Warriors, too, by the way. I think they were Gibdo. Yeah, that was like the stuff of nightmares, especially for its time. I was like, man, I'm playing a Zelda game? Like, I'm horrified. This isn't okay. Yeah, exactly, Dee Dee. Big ideas, little money. Okay, I thought I could get over there from here, but apparently it stopped raining, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. I thought there was a hole in the wall. I am mistaken. Finally stopped raining. I mean, it's been raining more than it's not been raining here in this little raid. And I think that's pretty common. Like, I'm usually dealing with rain when I come over here. And actually, I might adjust those stamps just a little bit to show better, like, where you need to be standing in order to access these chests. Okay, got another beeper beeping. Let's get topside before my luck runs out here on the rain. Let's see here. Purple Rain, you're asking the 5 videos that isn't available. Are you now playing them now? 5 videos that aren't available. I'm assuming you're talking about my channel, and I can't imagine what those would be. Yeah, Wanda, wouldn't that be cool? Having like a phase ability where you could walk through walls. Nice thought. So, Purple Rain, getting back to your question about videos being unavailable, okay, I remember recently I did make one of them unavailable. And again, you know, this was just me thinking I was making a funny there. And I wasn't really thinking too much about, like, what the viewer experience would be like if I were to do that. I made like a Gerudo dating video, basically just a bunch of goofy pickup lines I found on the internet. But I was like, you know, that could probably be taken in bad taste, so I made that one unavailable. It's no longer viewable. So yeah, stuff like that. I probably went back through and made unavailable. But I don't have any unavailable now that I'm working on. If there's unavailable videos, they're probably older ones. Or maybe, you know, I redid the video and updated it or modernized it, and then the old one was obsolete, so I just made that unavailable. That could be also.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Okay, anyway, back to... Yeah, I'm trying to think now of what else I would have made unavailable. It's been a while since I've been through my listing. Okay, so that other chest looks like it's right below me here. Which side is anybody's guess? To the Batcave. Oh, did I overshoot it? Ah, okay. Ah, nuts! Are you serious? Oh, that's right, I forgot to delete the stamps. Tee. Alright, there we go. And again, you need to know where that's actually originating from, so I'll push that back a little bit. Long throw. There it is. Okay, my switch is no longer broken. The long throw is back in the saddle again. Actually, what am I carrying that for? Nobody wants that. Granted, nobody wants the long throw either. Between the two, I take the garbage bone weapon. Wow, that says something about long throw. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much it. Shorter stream today. Maybe I'll go back over to Akkala, play with some Guardians. I do want to go back by the Tech Lab store and buy that shield. But as far as the Labyrinth goes, that's it. No more beeping. We are done. And there might have been another loose weapon in there somewhere or two. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull up a dungeon map real quick to check my math on all this, because I know there's more loose weapons. And I remember stuff being over here somewhere, in this quadrant. I didn't come across it, but not to say there's nothing there. Huh, the videos that I have out, they go to 25 and no further. Are you talking about the old BOTW playthrough? Man, I hope they're not unavailable. Didi, yeah, good call. So yes, I do that, by the way. That's one of the main reasons I do like all this stamping. At the end, I will do a screenshot, you know, all the loot, basically. It'll be a quick loot map. And I do incorporate those into my edits. I guess I could just, you know, plan a little bit better and delete those before I get on stream. Okay, I think I know Purple Rain. Well, I'm still kind of confused what exactly is happening here with, like, unavailable videos, but basically I'm only up to number 23 right now on this playthrough. This is 23. So nothing should be saying unavailable at this point in this current playlist. So if it is, there's something wrong there, and I need to go back through there and look at that. So thanks for bringing that to my attention. Yeah, Dee Dee, thank you. Somebody feels my pain with the editing. Guys, that's why I stopped doing editing a long time ago, and I just did the streams. Because, like, you know, I'd spent an entire week editing one video. And that's if I got the video done in that week, you know? It's so time-consuming. And then I had no, you know, it was just very slow going, you know, only pushing one, maybe two videos in a week. Whereas if I just do the stream and I delete the editing, I can sit here all day long and do streams, you know? Like, I can really push content better that way. Yeah, Purple Rain, I'll look into that. But yeah, like I said, nothing on this playlist should be doing that. I don't know what's going on there. The only thing I can think of is maybe because I'm in the middle of a live stream right now, maybe it's not quite processed yet for, like, recorded viewing. And maybe it's showing an unavailable status until it does process. That could very well be. But one way or another, yeah, I'll definitely look into that. And there should only be 23 videos in this entire series, plus the intro, which was number 24. So if there's another one embedded in there somewhere, I'll have to look into that, I guess. I might have accidentally pushed the wrong button when I was adding a video to a playlist. There might be one in there that doesn't belong somewhere. It's me, you know, anything can happen. Alright, so getting back to my dungeon map here. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the IGN map today because we don't need to worry about Korok seeds. So if I'm not doing Korok seed hunting, I usually prefer the IGN map. Wow, that is a big map. Okay, let's check my math and see how good I did. Wow, it looks like I did pretty good. It looks like they don't even have this one marked. That can't be right. Maybe it's hiding behind the Guardian icon there. Actually, no, it's not marked. That's kind of odd. Huh, yeah, I'll be... Okay, so we got the 2 there. Check, check. Loose weaponry there, check. That chest over here. Uh-oh, did I miss one? Unless I got it and I didn't mark it. That's always possible. Oh, wrong way. Wait, now it's the right way. Jeepers. Yeah, I might have already gotten this one, and I probably forgot to mark it. Hate when that happens. Yeah, that's right. That's where that ancient core was. And I don't need to run all the way back over there, because now I know what it was that I forgot to mark. And he was tucked away right about there. Okay, I got that check. Loose weapons check. We got a rupees, booyah. Check. Okay, it's showing there's some like knight's weapons and stuff loose over here. Oh, nuts. But I don't remember running into those in our travels. I'm not even sure where those would be in relation to, you know, if it's inside or outside. I do want to go investigate. That's curious. There are many tucked away hidey holes in this game. I mean, it can even be like up on a wall somewhere. Wow, that might be part of that center deal. Question is, if it is part of the center deal, I don't recall any other passageways. Oh, wait a minute. They might have been just loose sitting out here. Now I would have seen those, I would have said something about that. Okay, that's interesting. I don't think... Something's off about this. It's showing there's like a cluster of night stuff right there. Maybe above? That'd be a no. Huh. Okay, well I'm not seeing that, so I'm gonna remove that. Just because if there is something there, I don't know how to get it apparently. Okay, I got the one marked up there. Booyah. And wow, yeah, they're showing nothing over here, so I definitely had that wrong in my mind. There's really nothing over there. So yeah, it looks like I did a pretty good job there. I just basically forgot to stamp a chest. But that's it, guys. That's the overview. Not a ton of stuff. But what is there, it's valuable. So, like, it's not quantity, it's quality. As far as that labyrinth goes. Booyah. And just for fun, I think I'll go kill those guardians. Why not? We're all here. It'll be fun. Alright, I think those spider guardians are kind of out this direction somewhere. More east. I thought you said west. From now on, only the captain gets to say arg. Okay, so I believe... Oh, I can't use my pin and scopes, that's right! That is a no-no in BotW. Nuts. Well, anyway, there's one, like, right down below me, I think. There's one actually running around, so you can see him already. I think maybe all these other ones are decayed. There's a Korok seed out here, some gemstones. Now, for the life of me, I can't remember if this one lights up or not. Nope, he does not. Hey, Lego my ego. Where'd you go? Yeah, guys, I'm just reading your all's chat about the IGN site. I have used that a lot over the years. Just for different reasons. You know, a lot of times I'll just run a Google search. It'll take me to an IGN site. You know, whether it be news or just a number of things. So, definitely a good resource for a number of things. Alright, where is my flower? I am missing the single. Ah, there he is. And let's see if I can get this Korok seed without angering the locals. That Guardian, he just looks like he's, waiting for a fight here, so... And I thought there was only the one Spider Guardian out here, but I think somebody mentioned earlier there were two. That's possible. My memory has not been the best lately. Funny, we got the sand boots, we got the snow boots. Where's the water boots? Okay, thanks, Wanda. Yeah, there's something fishy going on with the playlist there. I'm gonna have to see what's going on, because it shouldn't be showing anything unavailable. And then it's really confusing that it's saying 28 videos. Okay, that does make sense actually, because some of them are numbered like A, B, C, and it's the same number. Okay, so that's where the bigger number's coming from. Got it. But then where's the unavailable coming from is what's... That's what's cooking my goose right now. I don't like fighting these things in the water because you run slow. I'll try to coax them over this direction. That's better. Whoa, we don't want to do that. No wasting those. No, sir. Not okay. Wow, I cannot believe I'm still using this sword. I have done a lot of killing with this one sword. There it goes. Oh, I thought I'd get him on break and swing. Not quite. Oh, he not dead yet? Creepers. Wow, another ancient core, guys. That would have been the route to do for core farming. Like, dang. 14 and 9. Hot dog. Okay, there's the other spider. So I'll go ahead and mark this one with a skull. Yeah, I really only remembered the one. So thanks for whoever posted that. Because I wouldn't have been looking for another one otherwise. So, Didi, you're saying IGN had a big presence at Comic-Con. It's funny, because I was reading the news about how the two big, like, comic companies weren't going to be there this year. Like, we had two big no-shows. I think it was, like, DC and Marvel. Like, how can you have Comic-Con without DC and Marvel? I was like, wait, what? That can't be right. So I don't know if that's, like, truth or not, but that's what the article said anyway. So yeah, it's good to know that, you know, at least there was still big presence there in other realms. Wow, that attack power makes a real big difference. I was kind of hoping I'd get one more core there. Didn't quite work out. That's okay. I don't know, Didi. I'm just now reading your comment there about, is there a ledge in the shrine area? I didn't see one. Like, if there's a hidey hole there somewhere, I've never found it. I'll have to go back and play with that some more, I guess. Offline, see if I can figure that out. Alright, guys, so here's what I normally buy here. I love the ancient bow. I use it. Like, to me, that's worth the giant ancient core. And they have some durability. They last. Now, I don't use it a lot, but I do use it. It's definitely nice to have in a thunderstorm. The other thing I liked to buy here, I think was just the straight-up ancient sword. It packs quite a punch. It's quite durable. The blade saw, I wasn't really a fan. I kind of felt like the ancient battle axes were better. Yeah, I don't know. I don't normally buy the weapons here just because, you know, you're talking ancient cores. Now, maybe after I've got my super suit stuff all done, you know, then just for frivolous purposes, I might come back here and buy these. But I don't normally buy these earlier game. That might be a late game when there's nothing better to do with the resources at that point. But this is the bad boy I did want to play with in the time being. Ah, nuts. Actually, not knowing how long I'm gonna have the other one. Alright, so now that I got that bad boy... So basically, Brad6360 had reached out and said that he was having good luck with that shield where Guardian, or the monk fight was concerned. I was like, you know, I've never taken that into the monk fight. I remember I did take it out to play with some Guardians, and I wasn't real impressed with it. Like, it wasn't auto-spam or auto-killing them or anything like that. God, and I've just recently done a Guardian hunt, so I don't even know if these things are alive anymore. Where can I go find a good, quick spider guardian that I know will be alive? Ooh, the wetlands. The wetlands is always a good, quick... Yeah, right out here somewhere there's a spider guardian. I'll go play with him a little bit. Yeah, Keely, funny, you just said you couldn't 100% the game without IGN. I feel you there. And I used a map, and I was still having trouble getting to that 100% mark. I had one more thing, and I couldn't figure out what that thing was for the life of me. Like, I had everything done. But the thing, apparently I was missing, there was one obscure spot on the map here, and it was in the wetlands, ironically. It might have been, you know, this island or this island. I can't remember, but one of these map markers was not unlocked. So, like, it took me days of just, like, cross-checking all my map locations with the dungeon map, or the IGN map, and finally I saw it. I was like, oh my god, I don't have that unlocked. So I warped in, I got that unlocked, bam, 100%. Like, that was the one thing. So yeah, just good times. Anyway, I'll go ahead and save the game, because I'm not gonna save the save file. This is just experimentation. I'll probably trash the shield doing this, and that's fine. It's for science. Okay, wow, it does auto-bounce the beam back. Maybe the reason I was having trouble before, maybe he was moving around and it just missed? Or maybe I'm just remembering that wrong? Alright, so yeah, thanks Brad6360 for mentioning that and getting me back on this shield. Now, granted, it was years and years and years ago I tried this, and I went out to Hyrule Field, and that just wasn't happening. Like, if it had, I would have locked right onto that. I would have been like, oh, this is something here. But, yeah, I don't remember that happening like that in the past, so I don't know if that was something that was maybe changed. The more likely is, you know, I'm probably just remembering it wrong, but, I also remember it didn't last very long. And I remember thinking, wow, that was kind of expensive, you know, if I'm not going to get much out of it, but that really did good. Okay, let's see if I can get him running around. Oh, no, not okay. Come on, bats. What are you doing? Yeah, it hits him, and he was actually moving that time. So far, it's gotten him 100% of the times. Maybe farther away it wouldn't be as effective? I don't know, I'm just real curious now. And it's lasting, like, this thing hasn't shown damage marker yet. Okay, that is really freaking cool. And guys, I'm not shield parrying. I'm just straight up whipping out the shield here. Now the next question is, do regular Guardian shields do the same thing? Whoops. Why do I keep doing that? Wrong direction on my arrows there. Okay, that one does not. And wow, that broke immediately. So that is definitely noted. Uh-oh. So here we go again. I'm gonna have troubles. Okay, the other one I want to test is the Flying Guardian. Let's go to the good old Citadel. A Citadel, the place of nightmares. I got my victim. Uh-oh, that's definitely going to be a problem. Oh, wait. Wooden weapons are definitely a problem. Come on. What are we doing? Link's butter boots. Now, I'd imagine this would work just the same. Oh my goodness, look at that. Huh. And that's not, like, one-hitting them, but it's like, not only is it keeping you safe and not breaking your shield, but it's doing damage at the same time. Like, and it's not broken yet. I've done a lot with this thing. That's comparable to a weapon at that point. So yeah, definitely glad Brad6360 had me circle back around to this, because there's definitely something to that shield. A little bit expensive to buy. That cost 1 Giant Ancient Core, and I think 1,000 rupees, which isn't terrible. And look at that, guys. I got my 15. I could actually go get my super suit upgraded if I wanted. Why not? We're on the subject. And I'm trying to think of a Great Fairy Fountain I haven't been to in a hot minute. Probably Gerudo. Gerudo's got the most Endura carrots. Yeah, let's go back to Gerudo. Okay, so Purple Rain, I'm reading your comment about the passageway with the vines or the thorns. I thought I already burned those out and I already went that way. But there might have been another passageway with more thorns that I missed. So yeah, maybe I'll circle back around and go back over there. Oh yeah, doggone it. Thanks, AJ. I keep forgetting to use the ice to flip the Guardians. It's not ingrained into my muscle memory yet. I need to work on that. Why am I taking cold damage for no reason? I wonder how many hearts I lost in that exchange. Probably about 2 if I was guessing.
Huh. Mm-hmm.
Alright, we've got... Yeah, I've actually got it. Just. That leaves me down to 0 ancient cores, but who cares? You don't need them for anything else unless you want to shop at the store. But I really don't, so...
Oh.
And I think the next level after this, it doesn't use ancient cores anymore. It jumps to 2 giant ancient cores per piece. And of course, I can't check that right now because I don't have the 4th fountain unlocked. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like other random monster parts, and then of course the 2 giant ancient cores per piece. So you would need 8 altogether.
Mm.
And this really bumps up my defense rating on this armor. I think it bumps it up 18 altogether, which is definitely significant.
Huh.
So yeah, I went from 36 to 54. That's not double, but it's significantly higher than it was, you know, a minute ago. So yeah, probably worth it, you know, to get them ancient cores. And I'm not saying you need to go out of your way for them, but as you collect them, I'd probably come, you know, upgrade piece. Like, you get 5, come upgrade 1 piece. Get another 5, come upgrade another piece. You know, it doesn't matter, but yeah, definitely worth it for that extra defense rating. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. Video completed. I'll catch up on a little bit of chat here, come back on window, say hello again. Hi. Drink a little coffee with a W. Hey Cora, welcome back. Minnesota. You gotta say it right. It's Minnesota. I'm probably not saying it right. Wow, it's hot in Minnesota? What's going on? Keely. You just can't help yourself, huh? You have to pick it up even if you don't want it? That's funny. I can give you guys a little something fun to watch while I'm reading comments. Link taking cold damage for no reason whatsoever. It's 11:20. Yeah, there's a lot of this coming up. I'm going to go ahead and get right. Yeah, DD, I'm the same way. I never liked to actually finish the game. I probably only killed Ganon 4, maybe 5 times, and 2 of those was on, you know, my videos. So yeah, it's just not for me. I like the game more than I do the final fight. Oh, is that what it was, DD? Okay, so they were still there, they just didn't do the usual stuff, so I might have misread that article. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so, you know, I'm just reading the chat about the shield. I like that ancient shield, like, you don't have to worry about the parry, it just does it. That's beautiful. Like, how have I not known this all these years? I would have probably taken the time to buy those and use those. I mean, it's still here. Like, it's not even damaged yet. I've basically been using it like a weapon. In fact, it might have even lasted longer than a weapon at this point. I don't know. But that's significant. That's pretty awesome. I mean, 70 is a big number. That's a huge number when you're talking damage. You know, those are 60, and that's already a beast. So, you know, if you're running the Ancient system, if you got the Ancient proficiency on, you've got, you know, the attack power meal running. You're using it against a Guardian, which that hidden multiplier is there. So let me see if I can do some mental math. So let's see, 70 in Ancient proficiency makes that about $130. Excuse me, maybe $125. You've got another 35 on there. I already can't do the math. But yeah, that's a big number. Now, normally, to get that attack power, you would need to parry. But I was getting that without parrying. So like I said, there's really something to that. That's quite significant. Hot dog. Actually, I don't think that number has to do with damage. I think that's the shield guard number. Okay, maybe that doesn't have anything to do with damage. That might be more to do with defense. God, I can't remember now. I always get confused when it comes to those numbers on those shields. Just to test my theory, now I'm kind of curious to go back to the good old Citadel. The Citadel. And try to put the ancient system together and see how many, hits it takes to get one of those flyers down. Alright, let's go get a Guardian Dead, shall we? Where are my flyers? That would be a good one. It's relatively low to the ground. I might be able to find a little perch here. Oh wait, ancient system. Okay, I already got the suit on, check. Go ahead and eat a meal. Uh-oh, what just happened there? Did I not have the shield out? Okay, it doesn't look like it's doing any more damage. That looks like about what it did before, and I think it took 4... Uh-oh. Really? I'm right here, dude. Ugh. I think it took 4 before. I can't really remember for sure, but... Kind of funny, the first hit took a lot more out of it. The second hit, ouch. I wonder how it's missing. Hey! Get back here. Okay, I think the difference is the headshot. I think some of them are hitting the eyeball and some of them are not hitting the eyeball, but it's still doing the damage. Would you hit me already? It's taking too long. Yeah, that's what it is. Double damage for the headshot. Okay, so it doesn't always get the headshot. But yeah, that kind of confirms that number has nothing to do with damage. It has more to do with shield guard. But yeah, still, it's significant. Like, to get a flyer down and 4, maybe 5 bounce backs, not bad. So I guess if you're going to do this, you should be closer to it to give it less of a chance, to miss the eyeball. And I said I wasn't going to keep the save file, but now I feel like I'm going to because I did all that upgrading, and I got the final ancient core. Dude, I'm right here! Ridiculous! Alright. Yeah, anyway. Something fun to play with. And I still have it, guys. That thing has taken a lot of hits. I mean, that's got to be comparable to the Hylian shield. Now, maybe that only works well against Guardians. If you were to do that against Lionels and stuff, it might break it quicker. I don't know. But I do know that the Guardian weapons, they get trashed pretty quick when you're killing normal things. So yeah, anyway, just a little something there. I like it, Dee Dee. I like your TOTK house. That's good stuff. Yeah, that's kind of what I do, AJ. I make multiple, storage rooms. That's what I really use the house for in TOTK. I mean, it's nice to have the cooking pot, too, but I don't know, the storage, that's like really what caught my attention in that. Oh, that's cool, Marigold. I like the Mifa statue idea for a picture. Hey, Draven, what's up? Good to see you again. May May, hello, hello. Brian Austin, welcome. Now I want coffee. Yeah, I know. It'll do that. So yeah, Purple, I won't be on at 8 tonight. I've only been doing the daytime streams. I want to do that for a couple of weekends. I want to see how it goes with viewership and stuff. And I'm trying to find a good balance where it's not too overwhelming for folks to keep up with. I felt like 6 was a little bit much. So, you know, we'll try 3. If I feel like that's not enough, or if you guys reach out and say that's not enough, like 6 was okay, maybe I'll go back to doing the doubles. Oh, hey, Gabbo, what's up? Happy Sunday. Yeah, thank you so much. Gotcha, Keely. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much done anyway. I'm just going to finish catching up on chat here. Pretty good, May. Thanks for asking. It's been an awesome weekend. Definitely loving this BOTW playthrough, that's for sure. Okay, AJ, good to know that shield does you good in the shrines also. So yeah, I would probably try that on a major test of strength just to see how it went. That'd be fun. I woke up at 2. I've had those days, May. Yeah, I'm just like, what time is it? Like, yeah, good stuff. I know, Wanda, I say that constantly. Why is there not a health meter on the weapons? It would have been, or a number, anything. Something to show us, like, how close is it to breaking? Okay, AJ, you're saying take instant coffee and sugar and water. So I've heard of the coffee ice cream thing. Or coffee smoothie, I don't know what you really want to call that. But yeah, I never really made them personally. What I normally do is I'll dump a little bit of instant coffee into milk. And I'll make basically like a latte. Or I'll blend milk, instant coffee, and ice up in a blender and make, like I said, like a slushie or a smoothie, some kind of like weird beverage. Sometimes I even take those to the gym. And I find if I use milk, it's not so good on the stomach, like when you're trying to work out. But just like water, instant coffee, and ice, that's a good like alternative. If I'm out of coffee and I don't want to rebrew it before going, I'll use the instant coffee. Nintendo, if you're listening. You liked the Sunday doubles, okay. So I thought I did post that, Purple Rain. I'll have to go back and look at my posts, but I did think, I thought I put a message on there saying like I would try the noon only for a while. But if not, I'll go back and fix that. Thanks for letting me know, by the way. Keely, you didn't stay away long, did you? It was calling you. Alright, good stuff, guys, but I do need to get going here. I've got physical therapy to do. I still need to eat. And yeah, so it is definitely that time. But guys, definitely enjoyed it. Hope you all did as well. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, I always appreciate those things. And as always, until the next time, happy hunting. Thanks so much, everybody. Yep, good stuff. Failed to say yay! Dee Dee. Ooh, a burrito sounds good. I haven't had a burrito in a while. I kind of got burned out on them and I had to switch it up. So now I'm on the whole grain breads. But that'll burn out soon and I'll be back to burritos in no time. So yeah, good stuff. Yep, Cora, see you next week. Definitely appreciate everybody hanging out here today. Alright guys, we'll see y'all later. Peace out, y'all.